Hello, and welcome back to the Cove with more Surviving Mars Green Planet. Well, we have ourselves a dust storm. Nothing too bad there, though. It's just hitting as we speak, but we shall be doing fine. We've got plenty of power, we've got plenty of batteries, and we're looking fairly good. Now, we also have gone ahead and built ourselves the very first carbonate processor, which is rather nice. So we're finally getting to work on our atmosphere. So far our temperature is doing fairly well, all things considered, and this atmosphere is going to take us a little while, but at the end of the day, it's up and running, and that is what matters. So, let's see, current progress, very far away. Alright, we're probably going to need to build another one of those at some point. We have added on, as far as our technology, the terraforming amplification. That will make it that we can spend more power for a better output. So that is something, but in the meantime, we're still working on our dry farming, construction nanites, and magnetic field generator, so we do not lose as much atmosphere, because that is apparently a thing we need to contend with. But either way, we have a tech we can add on, so let's go ahead and do that. I think what's going to be easiest for us right now is probably... let's go ahead and go for some automated storage. Yeah, I think that seems reasonable. At some point, we are going to start building up a very large quantity of things. So it's probably better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Alright, now we're also, since... Actually, you know what? I was about to say, since we are in a dust storm, we should probably close all of our valves. However, coming to think about it, we do need to continue on consuming water for fuel and whatever else. It's decreasing by a very slow margin, so I don't think it's going to be too painful. So, you know what? We're just going to let things be as is. Alright, but either way, looks like our triple electric scrubbers have started to be built, so let's make sure we go ahead and get those kicked up to maximum power. That'll cover our meteor defense system. That should also cover the processor here. I'm not 100%, but we do have another one, and that should also be covered. So at the end of the day, between the two of these, we should be all good. Alright, so dust storm, that lasts for another day and a half. That should be okay. Our planetary project, is still a little way away for them to finish their mission. We'll send a couple of asteroids down our way, but that's okay. All of our lasers are primed and ready to go with excess power for days, so I think we're going to be okay. Alright, let's also just upgrade these polymer plates, since I did not do that when I built them in the last one. Alright, so let's see, how are we going so far? Looks like unemployment is progressing in the right direction. I suppose... do we need much more in the way of machine parts? Possibly, but you know what? Let's go ahead and deal with these events first. So, capture meteors. We have succeeded in capturing and diverting meteors towards our general vicinity in a gambit to bring precious resources and even scientific insight within our reach. Although this is a controlled operation, the exact impact locations are outside of our control and may endanger our colony. Well, that's okay, we've got that sorted. New special project to capture meteors. Looks like we can do this a few times. That's nice, but again, not a thing we can do right now. And then, let's see, Meteor Storm will remain for another sol and 20 hours. So we'll see how this goes. Alright, hang on. Sorry about that, my voice is getting croaky. Meteor Storm. The region is about to experience a meteor storm. Buildings directly hit by meteors will be in need of repairs in order to function again, while pipes and cables will get destroyed. Rovers hit by meteors will also need repairs, while drones may become irreversibly damaged. Meteor storms cannot be avoided, but some good practices may minimize their damage potential, such as not clustering vital buildings next to each other, pipe and cable redundancy, and researching tech for MDS lasers from the physics field. Well, the good news is this is entirely brought upon by ourselves. So our planning is pretty decent. Alright, but what we are going to do is we're going to have a quick look. Yeah, all these little exclamation points, that's where the meteors are coming by. It looks like they're not particularly close, which is fine by me.
Found.
A new anomaly, that's very nice. Actually, you know what? Hold on. That RC transport, let's go ahead and quickly disable your automated mode and bring you back. In fact, we should do that for the Explorer as well. Let's go ahead and turn off automated mode and bring you back as well. The RC command is already in safety and the Safari is too, so we should be fine. Alright, corporate warfare, a new event while everything is going on. Alright then, let's see what's going on. Another colony is trying to steal our workers. You find a leaflet spread on the ground in one of your domes. Are you ambitious, intelligent, and well-educated, says the leaflet. Are you familiar with computer sciences, rocket science, and 2 foreign languages? Do you have a doctor's degree? Are you a natural leader? If the answer is yes, then get lost. We're hiring unqualified workers. Okay, well, you know what? Special clause that stops them from leaving. Everyone is free to leave. We can gain some standing, but you know what? We have money, and we have money to burn. So let us outbid our rivals. Money solves all problems. Yeah, that's easy enough to do. Off we go. And now that just brings us down to $4 billion. Oh my, however will we survive with such little money? Oh well. Looks like our outsourcing has also disappeared. So you know what? Maybe we go ahead and we invest in a little bit more. We've gone to show that having money is good, and there's good uses of spending. So let's go ahead and do that a little bit more. Speed up the construction nanites and some other things. And then let's see. We also have another tech to add onto our list. So what do we have? Topology AI, drones work faster in landscaping. That's not really necessary given we have a dozer that does things. We're not using any of the fungal farms right now, so we don't need that either. Let's see, money, not exactly an issue. Cloning is not that much of an issue. Food isn't an issue. VR workshops, potentially. Could also build an art workshop, or even more money. Alright, well I guess if that's the case, let's go ahead and see. You know what, maybe we work towards a megadome, or even a space elevator. That could also be rather fun. But you know what, no, let's just go with the do we go with a megadome? Although, hang on a second, what's this? Planetary projects. Unlocks seed vegetation. Improves vegetation and cloud seeding for water. Oh yeah, we could do that. That is a fairly time-honored tradition by this point in science fiction in the future. It's actually quite interesting. I remember hearing about Project Cyrus from, I think it was in the late 50s they started doing experimentation. And my grandfather, who was obviously around at the time, was talking about some of the things that he saw in the newspaper. Quite interesting, although of course nowadays it's called geoengineering and whatnot. But yeah, very interesting history there. Very interesting indeed. But I don't think that's going to help us right now. So let's go ahead and... more temperature bonuses. Or... let's see. Launch a space merit. You know what? I think we go for something a little bit cheaper. Let's just go for the Megadome. At some point we're going to expand beyond what we already have. So having more options available is probably worthwhile. Alright, now here comes the real question. Our rocket cannot land during a dust storm. That's nothing new to us. However, can we land while meteors are still plummeting down to the planet? That is what I am truly curious about. Yeah, we will see. Looks like it's a very isolated area, which is kind of ideal. Means when this does finish, our transport should be able to pick up everything in the region. We should be able to explore all of our anomalies nice and quickly as well. So, yeah, all things being what they are, I think that's not too bad. Alright, so let's also check in on these large solar panels near our, what do we call it? Our artificial sun. It does look like even with everything going on with the dust storm, between our reduction in out-of-dome buildings for maintenance and the triboelectric scrubbers and the dust repulsion from them being down, it looks like none of these things need any maintenance whatsoever. So that's very nice. Good to see that everything is up and working. Looks like that's the whole way around. So yeah, we've done rather nicely there. All right. So let's see. What else can we do? Got a couple of lakes. They'll start working on the water at some point when the temperature gets hot enough. I think. What is it? When do these start? At low temperature. We need. Well, frozen. Unfortunately, the temperature gauge does not tell us the specific temperature. We're still assuming that it's below 0 at any rate. Actually, you know what? Let's check out our hints. There should be something in here somewhere. Cold waves, priorities. Maybe not so much. Let's go for maybe game mechanics. Here we are, terraforming, atmosphere, and water. Okay, so if we have a look here, doesn't say anything as to when. Temperature, what about you? You are the other one. Nope, you still do not tell us the conditions that are necessary. Alright, well, you know what? It is what it is. Let's just wait and see. We'll figure it out as time goes by. At the very least, yeah. We will have the visual indicator for when that is no longer frozen. Alright, but it does look like the last war back on Earth is having another issue. Let's go ahead and check in on them. Thank goodness Earth's war tension is only at 47%, so it could be a whole stack worse, but we still need to see what's going wrong.
Received some good news for a change.
Among the chaos on Earth, our sponsor hasn't forgotten about us. They tell us that bad PR is the least of their concerns right now, and we can once again request supply rockets from them. However, all resources are very scarce on Earth and will remain unavailable to us. Okay, so we can technically get rockets, but resources are still off limits. Mixed feelings about this, honestly. I think that's mainly just for that extra line of supply if anything does go wrong. But at the end of the day, though, we're pretty well off as far as this planet is concerned, so I'm not too concerned. I am not too concerned at all. Alright, so either way, dust storm is about to be over, so let's get our rocket brought back down. Looks like we have a leak, which is not too bad. Whereabouts are you? All the way up over here? Yeah, I don't think that's going to be much of an issue. Let's just go ahead and land our rocket. We'll be fine. That's not going to make much of a dent into our life support resources. So we'll just let that be.
Anomaly found.
Alright, still got some more anomalies. 10 more hours until the end of the meteor storm. But in the meantime, we can at least go ahead and start filling back up again. Let's make sure that we forbid exports for now. I think what we're going to do is... let's see, what other missions can we do? Oh, you know what? It's only a satellite, and that's only for money. A cheap way of making money, but money we don't particularly need right now. And I'm not really expecting to do another capture meteors straight away. We still need to go ahead and collect what we had. So you know what? Never mind. Maybe we do go ahead and make a little bit of cash. Yeah, alright. So we'll let that be. That'll be fine. Let's see what else have we got. Yeah, just got to be really careful to not go ahead and click for those anomalies. Need to make sure that that meteor storm is gone. But we should be okay. Let's see. What's going on over here? Home. Oh dear. Overpopulated dome. Okay. You know what? We need to fix things right now. I should have probably changed some things sooner. I think there's... yeah, we need Let's go with Births are Forbidden when full, and in fact we probably should have gone ahead and done this a long time ago. But it is what it is. Luckily for us, this isn't going to be a game-breaking issue for us. We do have the capacity to go ahead and build up another set of apartments. So let's go ahead and drop those over here. We will need to build a couple more complexes for people to get their services. So we obviously need a grocer. Let's put that in right over there. Let's also go ahead and throw in a diner. Again, people must eat. And then let's also go with what do we go for? We could go for an amphitheater. That wouldn't be the worst idea. Luxury, relaxation, and social. We could also go ahead and build... What else could we go for? Casino's a little over the top. But that is luxury, gaming, gambling, and social. So this would be a better investment than the other. Let's see... Exercise, playing, and social. We could do a low-G amusement park. Well, we haven't tried one of those yet. Service comfort isn't terrible either. Yeah, I'm sure we could get a few people through there. Yeah, not that I really care about the tourists' satisfaction though. But relaxation, exercise, playing, and social, that's not a bad little group. So you know what, let's go ahead and chuck one of those in here. It's worth going for. Let's put this over there. We'll have a little bit of extra room. Potentially we might need a passageway for another dome if we so desire, but we'll see. And then over here, let's also go ahead and build... Well, we don't need the medical center right now. It looks like that is fairly well looked after. Let's go ahead and create... Let's make a... Oh no, not a large space bar, but maybe a small space bar. I think that's not the worst thing for us. Try and keep some degree of self-sufficiency. And then with that final little spot there, let's throw in some decorations. Let's go for a... do we go with a pond? Yeah, let's go with a pond. We haven't really... Oh, wait a second. The pond won't fit. Okay, small fountain. What about you? There we go. Oh, actually, hang on a second. Can we... Oh, we've got little spots in here too. I completely forgot all about these. Okay, you know what? Let's go ahead and fill those out. Let's go with... Stone garden's too large. A small garden we could potentially throw in. Or we could even throw in a lamp, but I don't think that really helps us either. What about a statue? You know what? Yeah, let's go for a statue in each. Let's put one of them there. Let's go with another small fountain and a small garden. Yeah, we should have been doing this a long time ago, but for some reason I completely forgot. We'll do a different kind of statue. We'll pop that up over there on the far end of the dome. A garden over here. And then that's a large fountain. Okay, let's go with a small... Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's all of those. That's everything in there. Yeah. Alright, so that'll help boost up a few people's happiness as well. But at least there'll be enough room for people to move on in. That'll be fine. We will definitely need to deal with this for a while. The unemployed is kind of crazy. Let's go ahead and just kick open our water reclamation services to maximum. I think we can also go ahead and... what else can we do? Our drone assembler is already maxed out, more or less. We should probably queue up a couple more prefabs. Let's go for another 10. 10? No, let's just go for 20. That's not an unreasonable number. We'll always need more as time goes on. Let's see. Infirmary. We really need an outside dome building for you guys to work at outside of the polymer factory. You know, technically we could create another one if we so desired. We do have the energy to be able to withstand it, but again, I'm not sure if it's the best location for us to try and build some more production. Yeah, I'm really not too sure about all of that. Okay, let's see. Is there anything else that could potentially be useful? We could go for a fungal farm, I suppose. A hydroponic farm? Oh, actually, you know what? That could be an idea. We do have a little space in there. We could get rid of that garden and put this in here, and then that way we could start going for our production of seeds. That's not the silliest idea. Everybody would have access to the open air gym as well as the large garden over there, so it's, yeah, I think that is a reasonable ploy. Yeah, let's go ahead and get that done. Let's go ahead and build ourselves a hydroponic farm. We'll pop that right on in there. That way we can have a few people working there. Hopefully this homelessness will be sorted out fairly quickly. Our shuttles can transfer people, so that should hopefully be easily sorted. In fact, once we go ahead and finish that, we'll then quickly set this to transfer people only, and that should be pretty good. Yeah, that should get the people where they need to be, just in case they don't feel like walking too far, as we do know some people can be a little bit lazy at times. But either way, it is, yeah, we'll get that sorted out.
Research complete.
Alright, research for construction nanites is complete, so now we don't have to worry about drones being in the area to go ahead and build things. Still need them for maintenance, but outside of that we should be fine. So let's go ahead and build, not build, but chuck on another research. Let's go for field extractors maybe? I suppose we could go ahead and do that. Actually, you know what? Let's go with advanced rocketry. You never know. We might want some more people at some point. Not that we're really having an issue with the birth rate by any stretch of the imagination, but, you know, you never know. It could be useful. Now let's go ahead and open up the diner 24/7. Same with the grocer. And let's see. Let's also open this up to open as full as we can. Yeah, no restrictions for now. We just need people to provide a little bit of safety and security. And I think that should be good. Yeah, Low G Amusement Park. Let's go ahead and... We may lose a little bit here, but if we just upgrade this with electronics and no longer need people working... Actually, you know what? Never mind. We'll just open this for now. We'll come back to that. We'll also open up another full shift. Let's just go with a half shift of a nighttime. We don't really want to be taking the nighttime penalties unnecessarily, but right now we don't really have too much more to do, so we'll let that be. We'll also open up the medical center to maximum as well. Make sure that as many people can come through as possible. Yeah, I think that is a wise choice. Alright, so either way, let's go ahead and send off our rocket. That should be fine. Let's also go to our shuttle and say transport people right now. So hopefully that will sort out a little bit of our troubles. And then how are things progressing out over here? So far so good. Yeah, Hawking Institute's this set to low. Everywhere else seems relatively decent. Some security over nighttime, that's all good. Infirmary, you know what? Let's go ahead and open... Do we really want to open that up? Service comfort of 64. It's not bad, but we should probably improve that if possible. And then we still have one more little space if there's something we want in there. I'm thinking maybe some kind of garden or decoration, like a pond. That wouldn't be the end of the world. I don't know if we need too much more. Everyone seems Actually, you know what? Let's just have a look here. Gaming and medical checks. Yeah, okay. So the gaming can be sorted in another dome. I don't really care about that. And that should be about all. I don't think gaming is counted as an issue. No, gambling is. Gaming is just a trait, I suppose. Alright, but people should have access to... what is it? Not the space bar. Casino. Yeah, okay, so the casino is just a very popular place, it seems. Okay, well, either way, maybe we do try and find something. Let's go for services. Electronics store. We could easily just go ahead and switch that over to the automated bots and avoid having any more excess people there, but it would give more gaming to the people around. So I suppose it's not the end of the world. And you know what? They're our scientists. We want to keep them happy, so we'll go ahead and do that. And then in the last little space in between, let's go ahead and chuck in a little decoration. Let's go with one more small garden. Yeah, I think that'll be fun. Alright, so that's that dome sorted. That's this one sorted out as well. Let's go with the automation. I suppose that makes sense. Alright, and we should probably go ahead and try and improve our... wait, no, do we have soil quality? We don't have soil quality, of course. It is a hydroponic farm. That makes a lot of sense. We do not need that there. So what do we have access to? We have seed crops, a little bit of water, a little bit of... yeah, reduces oxygen consumption by a small fraction. Let's see, kelp as well, but again, that's not really what we need. Same for algae. I think we're just going to go ahead and create some seeds. Yeah, seed crops is what I care about. So we'll go ahead and work on those. That does help reduce the amount of oxygen that is required in the area since we have plants indoors. I suppose that's nice. Not really a concern of ours, but still, you know, all things do add up over time. So we'll let that be. Alright, so let's see, what else have we got? I don't think that there's... outside of working on these home collectives maybe. Yeah, let's go ahead and control click. I think that's going to be about as much as we need. We're just really waiting on all of our people to graduate from university, filling out some of these excess jobs and kicking out other people. Yeah, in fact, I'm almost tempted to say that this should be a science-only dome and let everybody else kind of shuffle in. But unfortunately, I'm not too sure how how we could do that. Make this a one-way gate of sorts. You know, allow people to come in and do their work, or well, come out and do their work, but not go the other way around. I don't think that's really possible, but yeah, it's what we've got for now, so it is what it is. We should also possibly look at building another one of these carbonate processors. How much would that cost? 200 concrete? Yeah, well, the real question is how much do we have? So production is 54, consumption is 57. We're chewing through it relatively quick, but I think it's a viable plan. Let's go ahead and let's build another one. Again, we do have a long way to go to get that atmosphere up and running. We're not currently losing out on anything, so we should be fine. And I think that was a meteor that just landed. I think a meteor just landed in the area near there. I'm pretty sure that's what that boom was. But you know what? The meteor shower is over, so you know what? That does remind me. Let's go ahead and set our Explorer back to automated mode. Same with our RC transport. They can collect whatever has been dropped. Looks like there's some metals, some polymers, more polymers. Yeah, nothing too ridiculous, but again, a few things that never go astray. So I think that is pretty good. Alright, so let's see, was there something else we were planning on building? What are we working on? Wonders. We do have the Mohole mine. That'll cost us 400 concrete. 300... oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, 300 machine parts. And this is actually rather easy for us to go. Yeah, in fact, this will even give us access to more waste rock, which is something we really need a whole stack more of. I think what we're going to do then is, let's go ahead and plan this out. I think we'll drop this... Where do we want to drop this? Too far from the commander. That's not really... There's a couple of blocking objects. Oh no, it's still too far from the drone. Hang on a second. We could build another set if needed, although, hang on a second, no, we don't even need to build this within the range of drones. We have the nanite construction, so as long as it's safe, protected by our MDS, we're going to be fine. Yeah, okay, so you know what? Let's go ahead and we'll pop this over... Let's put this right in the corner. I think that seems reasonable. We'll put a few more of our terraforming things around there, but that'll be fine. It has access to power. The waste rock will be easily distributed to where it needs to be. So we'll have access for our carbonate processors, both of them, as well as our rare metals refinery. Yeah, this is going to be fantastic. So let's just quickly go ahead and bring our rocket back to home. I don't think we really need to spend anything in here. Actually, you know what? Let's buy a couple of seeds, just so we have a couple in our supply. Again, we're not quite ready to plant them, but having a few more in reserve could be at least somewhat useful. It only cost us 120 million, and I think that's where... we will be fine. Yeah. I don't think we need anything else at that point, so let's just go ahead and launch. That'll be a-okay. And let's also make sure that we now have... Oh no, we do have a seed depot. Okay, so that'll be easily accessed by the drones in the area. Okay, so we've already got that planned out, which is rather good. So, if you do want to see more of this, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.